All right, guys, I've talked about hitting white perch, hitting just bare hooks. I got out here and all I'm dragging is chicken this morning. I seen a whole bunch of perch on the screen. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna see if they'll hit a bare hook. And poof, there's a good one. All I've got is a gold hook. I will say it helps to use gold hooks just because it's a little bit shiny. But there's one. You can see the rig. There's nothing on it except for some gold Aberdeen hooks. You do need to jig it. Boom, he stuck that one. That's probably two. You do need a little jig action. I've got him in the gill plate. Helps to do a little jigging action. If you've got a sabiki rig, you can catch them that way too. But spare hooks, I got a double hook rig. There's just enough shine to get their attention. And it looks like a little bitty small fish. There's a lot of, you know, this time in the year, we've got a lot of this year's hatch, and they are tiny. So you can catch these things on a bare hook. I think the big thing is you can't give them time to, boom, got him. You got to kind of move it so they don't have time to really look at it. There's another one. Stop. And that's what the hook looks like. But you don't want to give them time to look at it and go, hey, that's not a fish. So that's kind of the plan. The other thing is here, I've got schooled up fish that I can see on the sonar unit. A lot of fish in here. And when they get stacked up like this, it's a lot easier to catch them because they are active, they're feeding. These fish are moving across the screen, and it's just a matter of getting them a little bit jazzed up. What I'm doing here with a little jigging action, trying to get them to hit it. I'm hoping I can get my motor fluttering it. Boom, got him. The thing is with this boat, this Lund, the motor, the shaft, when I get all the way at the back, the prop will get a little flicking when you up the speed on it. And there's a new thing out. You've heard of the thumper, where you stomp on the bottom of the boat. They make a thumper that's electronic. Ooh, I think we got a bite on the catfish rod. Boom, got him. But now the big thing is that little flipping in the water. It's almost like a prop on a trolling motor that's coming out of the water. And it's supposed to simulate, in case you're wondering, there is nothing on here. It's supposed to simulate fish that are feeding on top of the water, busting the top of the water. So that's kind of what my trolling motor will do with the shaft as short as it is. Again, it's just a matter of finding that right pack of hungry, feeding, feisty fish. Got him. That one got curious. That one got curious. There's a wad of them on the screen right now. Come here, buddy. Got the best of you, didn't it? Yeah. Yep. Boom, got him again. Got him. Like I said, it's just the right combination of the right fish in the right mood, and you can get on them. It's got to be right. It's the name of the game. Got to be right. Boom, got him again. And again, we're fishing with no bait, guys. There's no bait. This is nothing but gold hooks. I mean, you're watching this live. I took one break there real quick, just when we got out of the fish, and not live, but continuous. It's gold hooks. That's all we got. And all that is, it's just a reaction. It's a reactionary bite. They're seeing something that's got a little flicker to it, like a very small, small thread fin shad that's probably hatched this year. It's just a little flicker of something. They sense it, maybe catch a glimpse, and poof, they're on it. It's fun. They're fun to catch. This is a precision cast rod from Catch the Fever. It's their crappie fishing rod, and I love these things. I'll put you a link down in the description where you can check them out and get you one. Come in several different lengths. Yeah, precision cast. This one is a, how long is this one? 6 foot, medium light. I like the action on it. Everybody's got something a little different they like. I love these things. These are perfect. 6 foot, 6'6", seems to be a perfect length, and just enough sensitivity you can work these little baits there. Oh, I missed him. And same thing for you crappie guys that are actually into crappie fishing and fishing jigs and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that. I fish for crappie, whatever you want to call them. And I'm a live bait kind of guy, long line and trolling, that kind of stuff. I'm not a jig shooter, live scoper, any of that. So I wish I could catch crappie like this with bare hooks, but don't work that way. Who knows, maybe I'll stick one here while I'm sitting there trying to catch some of these things. But again, this is, you know, something, conditions got to be good for it. It's got to be right. And you got to have some active feeding fish. Honestly, you probably got to be in a boat to make it happen. Not that you can't do it bank fishing. You probably could if, you know, right conditions and stuff, but you're going to have that thing moving. Again, generally you're going to be better off having, you know, a piece of, you know, like a sabiki rig with just a little bit of, you know, mylar or something on there just to give it some color and some flair. But sometimes, man, if they're feeding and they're feeding on little stuff, and I think it's little stuff that's in here, because I've been seeing it on Sonar, some of these bait schools, very small, tight stuff. If that's what they're feeding on, then you can put some fish in the boat. It's fun to do it. I first realized it would happen when we were fishing with bait, and you catch some fish, and then all of a sudden you ain't got no bait, and you drop it back down, and then you catch 2 of them. So part of it is the sink or 2 hitting and traveling through the water column. You know, I've got probably a, I don't know, a ½ ounce sinker on here that's creating some disturbance in the bottom. So it all kind of plays a part here. Kind of getting out of them now. You look at the Sonar screen, it's not as thick as it was. Like I said, I think they have to be thick and they have to be on for this to work with the bare hook. But it shows you can catch some even with just a hook. It's pretty fun. Good way to put some bait in the boat. You've seen how many we caught there in a relatively short amount of time, so it can be done. Guys, I just set this rod into a rod holder. I was going to go over here and take a look at the screen, and poof, it got hit while it was just dragging through there. That was with absolutely no action on my part. There's another school of them, pretty active. Well, we're in 22 feet of water, and it's not going to be a lot of visibility there. They'll sense some stuff moving around, got him, and then they'll hone in on it, get close, and then poof, they see a flicker or something, they're going to hit it. So it helps having, you know, I like the action of these rods. You can feel the bite really good, especially if they just pop it. If I had braid, I'd be in good shape. Guess what? I do got braid. This is braided line. This is Andy. I believe it's a 12-pound braid, 15-pound braid, something in there. The braided line on this precision cast rod really just, it just sends that bite right up the line, right up the rod. It's one of the few times I use braided line. Y'all never see me use it fishing for catfish. Ouch. But when I need some kind of sensitivity, you combine that with one of these precision cast rods, and you've got something where you can feel something popping that bait, popping that line, and you can also feel it when it gets tangled around the end of the rod. So these are most likely perch here. That was a good school of them. I'll try to get back to where they were really biting. This here is what it looks like when the bite is really on. Right there is what it looks like on the down scan. That's a lot of fish, a lot of active fish. I'm gonna scroll back through here. Those were when they were active. There's where they're kind of out of them. You kind of get into this here. You see it right there is when I was really catching them with the bare hook. So that's kind of what the screen looks like there. Come out of that. Let's just go to Sonar, and then we'll go back. That's kind of what it looked like there. That's a good representation of what they look like when they're stacked up and they're feeding heavy. So yeah, guys, bare hook, catching fish. I don't advise it all the time, but sometimes when you're out and you see some, you want to drop them down there and just see if it's perch or, you know, white bass will do this too. I've caught white bass doing this in some lakes that have them. So I think you're better off having a jig or something on there that ups your chances, but it can be done this way.